Hi Bhagyashree, welcome to our Ivy Growth podcast. So I'd like to welcome Cambio and you here live with us. So Bhagyashree, tell us what got you to Cambio. What's the story behind Cambio?
First of all, thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure to be on this platform with you all. So I'll start my story by giving a little bit of brief about myself. So I'm a chartered accountant and a company secretary by profession. I became an entrepreneur by passion and a change maker by heart. So my journey basically started almost 5-6 years back. My grandma, she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. That was like a shocking moment for all of us. Like, I've never seen such a kind of a disease in the family, and I was shattered. And I was actually preparing for my CS final exams at that time. And suddenly one day my dad comes and says, okay, she's got cancer and she's like the last stage cancer. I went to the oncologist directly the very next day and I was like, she has got such a great lifestyle. मतलब सब कुछ इतना perfect है उनके life में, खाना पीना रहना everything. Then why is she? And I started crying like anything. So he said कि in India, majorly ovarian cancer and cervical cancers happen because of poor menstrual hygiene. And that was an eye-opening statement for me. I never imagined, this small thing, like just 3 days of every month are so important for us. That day, I promised myself that I'll do something in this segment. I didn't know what, I didn't know how, but something. At that time, I was studying, I was like doing my CS, CA and all of that. Then I saw her suffering for 5 years. Last year, we lost her. She was a very, very bold woman, I think. An inspiration for me today, every day and always. And the day I lost her, I couldn't even see her because of COVID. And then that day I promised myself that ab to there's no looking back. I'm definitely gonna do something. I'm definitely gonna make this change. And hence Cambio was born. It's a Spanish word which means to bring a change. And that's the story.
Wow, that's actually amazing, and I believe Cambio is very close to your heart in all senses then. So how has the journey been from, thinking about a problem and to bringing about a change? How was the journey of what you want to do with Cambio? Like, you could have taken it in any direction, right? So how did you decide the course of action for Cambio?
Okay. So basically, when we started, I am a tampon user past 10 years. When I was 16, I started using tampons and I used to love the product. But there was one problem in the tampon I was using. It was shedding fibers and those fibers were remaining inside my vagina. That was causing infections. So that was not a healthy option, right? So after I completed my CA, I was just sitting one day, I was on my periods and I realized this was happening and I thought this could be a good business idea. I mean, there is a gap in the market. I researched about better quality tampons, but I was not able to get one. There was nothing called organic products in this space, which I could actually think of at that time. So I thought I can do something like this, and this will actually add on to what my vision earlier was. I mean, why I started was synchronizing with this. And I'll tell you, like, since you are a CA, you can actually resonate that with me. There was a GMCS session after I applied for my final exams. And just one random day, a faculty came up and she just asked us to present a business idea. I was in a group of 10. I was the only girl and there were 9 other boys. And we just had like 20 minutes of us. You have to decide, just pitch and present. And I was like, okay, ab kya karna hai? I was waiting for everyone to say something, and nobody turned up with anything. And I just said, okay, I have this product, tampon. I made it with a paper. And I had a few pieces, actual pieces also, but then we had to make something of our own. So we just rolled a paper and made a tampon out of it. And we presented. All the boys supported me for that. And we got a heads up for it and we won the prize.
That's fantastic.
And that was the day, I got that, inspiration. And the faculty, CA Pooja Malu, she is also a mentor. And she kept pushing me, okay, you have to do it and you can do it. And then there was no looking back. We know it's a taboo topic in India. It's not easy. Actually, we don't even discuss these things at our house. Like, we are on our periods. We don't tell it to our parents, to our dads and fathers-in-law, right? We don't. So, but actually, not talking about that, but actually opening pads and tampons with my father-in-law was the change I brought in my family.
But I always feel like every journey has some kind of, difficulties or hurdles they do come across. So till date, what is the biggest hurdle or, somewhat the impediment in your journey, we can say, the speed breaker? So have you had any speed breakers in your journey?
I did. I think this happens every day. Every day a new problem comes up. So, very small problems like shipment ke liye banda nahi aa raha, delivery boy nahi aa raha. I mean, problems like this small also come up in the journey. But one thing my dad, my father-in-law, has taught me is that, if one door closes, 10 others would open. You just cannot back out. So that is one statement that strikes me every day I wake up, every day I sleep. I cannot back out no matter what. It wasn't difficult because I started with tampons as my first product. It wasn't easy to convince people to make a switch to tampons, right? A lot of myths associated with it, a lot of unawareness about it. So it wasn't easy, but then I realized that if it would have been easy, a lot of people would have done it already. So that's fine. It will take time. Patience is the key. I have learned to have like lot of patience in this entire journey. So Cambio is not only about a menstrual hygiene brand. It is more about an experience. It is more about empowering women, telling them that they can do anything and everything no matter what. And this is how I want to set an example for all of them and at least, make lives better for a few, if not for many.
Oh, no. That's really nice. So how has 21/72 been able to help you with Cambio, and how has this experience of the Startup Summit been in your case?
So when I first got to know about 21/72 by Prateek, so I actually, first of all, I must say you are a very lucky wife to have him. He's an amazing personality. I haven't seen such a hardworking guy who is so passionate. He actually drives that energy in all of us, is what I feel.
Yeah.
Right? So that's like, I'm really blessed to have such a friend. And of course, you are supporting him. So that's even better. So when he told me about this, I was very excited. I was like, wow, yeah, something really exciting is happening. I didn't know at that time whether he'll be considering me as a startup or not. But then when we discussed further and he said, okay, you can also participate, I was so excited. Like without giving a second thought, I was like, I'm enrolling no matter what. And today is my marriage anniversary and today we have the event. I was just thinking, will my husband not have a problem with it? And he's like, are you kidding me? You're getting such a good opportunity, why not? And we actually did not want to miss out. So we have like
very supportive and energetic husbands behind us. So behind every successful woman is a man.
Yeah, I think Doshniwal's rock. So, never given a thought. And actually when I'm living the moment, living the event, it's come out so well. I mean, more than my expectations. The way it has been pulled off, superb. So hats off to you guys. I mean, you guys are doing actually commendable. And something like this in Surat city was definitely far beyond our expectations and vision as well. Right? It is not very easy. I lately attended another event in Bangalore. It was again a D2C event. And I saw a lot of amazing founders there. But I am getting a similar vibe here, which I otherwise did not expect to get. So, superb work. I loved it.
Okay, so that's awesome. So that was the intention of having 21/72, where we wanted, Surat to be a landmark place at the global level and not just the Indian level. So thank you so much, Bhagyashree, for being with us. Thank you for joining the event. Thank you for having Cambio with us. It's been a pleasure to be associated with you.
It's a pleasure for Cambio and for me personally to be a part of this event and to be a part of Ivy Growth. Thank you so much.